Guys, I want to introduce you to Bobbie Brown.
Hi.
Who you probably know a little bit better than D-Student, in fact. We're so honored to have you come out tonight.
Thank you.
She drove 2.5 hours to hang out with D-Student.
It wasn't that long, actually, but in traffic, it would have been.
Yeah, that's still an incredible honor.
Yeah,
so the first question is, what the hell made you want to come all the way out here?
You know, I normally don't just say yes to people asking me to do, hey, just, you know, come out and do this for nothing or whatever.
Yeah.
But I asked them, I said, why do you want me to come out there? And Tony, it's Tony? No, it's Joey. Joey says to me, because you're awesome and we love you and we think this and we think that. And he just went like a paragraph that long of all the reasons why he wanted me to come out, and I was like, okay. So I checked my schedule. I didn't have anything to do, so I might as well go out there just for fun, just to be cool. Sometimes I can be cool. So.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, Joey is very famous for being sly and smooth and slippery.
I mean, he was pretty direct, yeah. And
he doesn't pull any punches, does he?
No, but I like people like that. That's how I am. So.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you here. One question I have is, what are you most proud of in your life?
What am I most proud of?
Career, personal, whatever you choose to answer.
I'm most proud of my daughter.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, and I'm proud of her. You know, I'm proud of having her. I'm proud of being a mom, and I'm proud of her and her accomplishments and how strong she is and how everything I've instilled in her she emulates on a daily basis. So, and she's like me, but totally opposite. You know, like she's got her shit together and she's a good girl. You know?
That's really cool.
Yeah. She graduated with honors at college, and you know, so she's proud of my daughter.
What's her name?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Taylor. You turned out good.
Yeah, she did.
Who are your heroes?
Sorry to interrupt, but I have to head out. So
oh, it's nice to meet you. So nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, B-roll footage. Hi, Sandra.
Okay. Bye.
I'm using industry words. See? I'm proud of me.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, what was the question? Wait.
Who are your heroes?
My heroes. Heroes, my daughter, my mom, and any woman who exudes strength and, you know, independence, basically. I'm not a big fan of people who play the victim role.
Yeah,
so.
me neither.
Yeah.
My aunt's one of my heroes. She's
cool.
been the president of the Longshoremen's Labor Union longer than I've been alive.
That's awesome.
She is tough.
Yeah, I like that.
She is tough, no bullshit, and yet one of the kindest people.
Yeah,
She's
I like
still
that.
working even though she's almost 80.
Yep.
It's just unbelievable.
That'll probably be me.
I hope so.
Yeah. I hope I'm not getting attacked by ants or anything.
No, you're good. You're good. When did you realize you were living a surreal life?
When I moved out here. When I moved to California.
Where were you from originally?
Louisiana. Baton Rouge, yeah.
So how old were you when you moved out here?
Right when I graduated high school, I moved out here.
And what were you trying to do?
Model. I was Miss Teen Louisiana, and I was like second runner-up, and they were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I want to be a model. And people called from California, so I moved out here when I graduated high school, and the rest is history, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you decide to write your book?
I had been mentioned in like 13 or 14 rock books from guys, and I would read it and be like, that's not what happened, or it would serve them. And I'm like, you know, I need to write a book from a woman's perspective about the scene in that time and be brutally honest, not hold anything back, and that's why.
That's
basically.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's the same reason I wrote my book too.
Yeah.
Not the whole woman thing, but I need to be brutally honest about life, you know?
Yeah, I mean, most people aren't, especially if it's a celebrity autobiography. It's really, it's definitely not self-deprecating. It's, you know.
I really want to read that.
Yeah, I have one for you.
Has there been any backlash from the stories you told in your book?
No. I know that Tommy wasn't happy about it, but he only reached out to Athena about it, but he and I have made up even since then, so no, actually not, because nobody can really be pissed, because as long as you're telling the truth, which is what you have to do if you don't want to get sued, what can you say?
Right.
What can they say? Nothing. It was my life, my perspective on something that happened in my life, so I have the right to tell it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas for a follow-up project? Are you going to write another book or a TV show or a movie?
Actually, I've written a TV show based on the book, and also I'm in the process of writing a second book.
That's cool. Well, if you need any extras or something to get you coffee, let me know.
All right, thanks.
Who was the first person you were starstruck by when you met them?
Who was the first person I was starstruck by? Oh, this is going to sound so retarded. Remember the Lost Boys movie? Billy Worth.
Really?
He was, he didn't even, I don't even think he had a speaking line in that movie, but he was just gorgeous, and when I saw him, I was like, oh my god, that guy's so hot. Yeah, but that was it. And then I met him, he opened his mouth, bless his heart, and I was like, oh. He's definitely a pretty face.
The only thing I've ever been starstruck by is James Cameron's hair.
James Cameron's hair?
James Cameron has this amazing head of hair that I was more starstruck by than even meeting him. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
How the hell did you get your hair that perfect?
Isn't that great?
It's about my length, but it was just perfect. And
yeah, he must have a natural wave to it.
It is incredible. It had to be all CGI coming straight out of his head.
That's awesome.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Is there anyone you still get starstruck by now?
Brandon Boyd.
Really?
From Incubus, yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite regret?
A favorite regret?
Yeah.
That's a weird question, huh?
Well, like one of those things where you're like, man, that was a bad idea, but I'm so glad I did it.
Oh, I have tons of those. I don't know about a favorite. I don't know. I mean, the time I met Brandon Boyd, I acted like a complete idiot, like such a fan, a retard, like in every way. I don't mean to say retard, but I embarrassed myself, humiliated myself in the worst way possible, and was like, my friend kept going, what are you doing? Like, what is wrong with you? I couldn't control myself because I was so fruity and because I was so nervous. I just kept doing more and more embarrassing stuff to the point where my friend was like, you're embarrassing me, we gotta go.
Like, what kind of embarrassing stuff?
Like, so stupid. I ran up to him and went up and was pinching his nipples and screaming his song to him, and I never even met him before, and he was like trying to pull his shirt down, and I was like singing Drive, like, and he was like, oh my god.
I'm fanboying right now, just to let you know.
What?
Fanboying. So I got a question.
What?
All right. Since this is my company, I want to ask a couple questions. I'm dying to know, man. What moment did you have that, this is surreal, I'm living the rock life?
Oh, he asked me that already.
Oh, what was it? I got to know.
When I moved here.
You're from Louisiana, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, when I moved here, I was just like, I don't even know what's going on, but it was my heyday, you know, like it was different back then, you know. There wasn't, I mean, I really didn't have any reason to be famous, but for some reason I was popular.
What do you think kept you humble? Because you seem very humble.
I have a good family support system. Like, my family is a loving, generous, supportive, no matter what I do or go through, and I think that's important. Yeah.
Do you like, because you're with Tommy Lee a long time ago, hanging out with Athena, are you just like, hey Tom, how you doing, bud?
You know what? No, because she's so completely different from him, except for if she drinks. Oh. If she drinks, then I'm like, you got Tommy face. And she's like, what? She hates if I say that. But if she gets drunk, she can go in that mode, and she hates.
I had a crush on her for a hot minute.
She's hot. I'm sorry.
Yes.
She's way cool and hot. She's my best friend, and she's fucking smoking hot. She is.
Yeah.
She's not Tommy at all. Like, when you get to hang out with her for 2 seconds, you're like, she's so cool and funny and badass and gorgeous, you know?
Right.
And talented and badass drummer. Like, what about her isn't there not to like, you know?
Is there going to be another season of...
No.
Why?
You know, it so sucks because we were doing so good, and then the network was reformatted and bought by Jennifer Lopez. And she took the network and she's making it into like a Telemundo, which we do not fit into.
Yeah.
And the time it took to wonder if we were going to go back there, because they left us dangling. They wouldn't tell us that they weren't picking us up again. So in that time frame, it screwed us up with the other network, and so basically we just got canceled, which sucks.
So who do you want to play you if they do the movie Dirt?
Me? No. The young version of me? God, you know, people have asked me that. I honestly couldn't say who, because I don't really keep up with who's like popular right now, you know?
Right.
I don't really know.
Sometimes I feel old. Like that Twitter has been a pain. Twittering you is like, okay, because you can only have so many words. And I'm
you know they have an app where you can make long. It's called Twitter something, but just
I don't own a phone. Never owned a cell phone.
No, online. Go online and you can look up longer Twitter tweets, and then there's something you can download where you can tweet something long, and it's free. It's called Twit Longer or something, or Tweet Long, or I don't know.
Did I jump on your parade, man? Did you go through a lot of your things? You got a lot left?
Yeah, I got a while to go.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
I had to have my wow.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. No, it's totally fine.
Do you know how crazy this is? Is like.
Really?
Okay, I gotta ask you a question.
Okay.
So you see these dudes, right? And every guy in my age has watched Cherry Pie. Do you just look at them like, dude, I wonder how many guys have whacked off to me in life, man?
You know,
it's like gallons or some shit.
I mean, everyone actually says that.
What's that?
Everyone. It's funny how many people actually tell me that. Like they're all like, "Don't take it personal." I'm like, "No, it's fine."
I work with Elvira for my other job.
Yeah.
And every time I see Elvira, because she's, I think, in her 80s, 70s. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I see her, and it's just like.
She's
in this
still
weird
hot.
Trance.
She's still hot.
Oh God, yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's a little bit of a diva, I think. We'll edit
I
that
mean,
out. I got work.
We'll edit cutting that out, but yeah.
Yeah. Man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's like fine, as long as I didn't get hit with it.
So, was there any stories? And we can edit this out if you want, or leave it. It's up to you.
Right.
Were there any stories where you're just like, oh, I want to say this, I can't fucking say this?
There's a lot, something I wrote in my book that a lot of people want to know the answer to that I can't give the answer to, but I hint about, they want to know the answer, but I can't tell because it was Janie's, my ex-husband's wish to not.
Sure.
Yeah. So, you know, I plant the seed, but I don't tell.
We'll talk maybe after the camera shuts off. If that helps.
He was abused at one point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think you talked about on the show. Kind of.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's an interview. I don't know if it's an interview.
I think it was an interview. Yeah. Yes, and a lot of people just want to know, and I'm like, if he didn't want me to tell you, why would I tell you? Sure. Like, you know.
The weirdest thing, because I held it for so long, and I had like this bad feeling in me, and the first time I said it, it felt like I threw up.
It's like you're releasing
cleansed.
it. Yeah, you have to.
And then I went to the stage. I was telling fucking everyone. Let me tell you about people. I don't know. You know.
There are people like, I don't want to talk about that.
And one thing I learned is
you're having closure with it.
Some people don't like that style.
No.
And the one thing I learned is everyone handles it totally different.
Of course, just like death, just like any other serious thing. Yeah, everyone handles it differently. Yeah, you can't judge another person for it, for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, what do you think bonds? Because you guys seem like you have a really good bond, you and the other girls.
Yeah, that's genuine. Yeah.
What do you think what's the integrity of the friendship that holds everything together?
Well, because we've known each other for 20 years, and the camaraderie that we have is real. It's like a family member. Like there's a lot about that person, you know, that annoys me or I don't like or hate or whatever, and it's like a family, you know, like you fight with your brother and sister, but you're always going to love them, and nobody else can talk shit about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. Like we may not always get along, and we might fight and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, if somebody needed me or anybody, then we'd be the first one to, you know, run out and go help them.
No, you hinted to some of the substances you battled with. What do you think helped you get over it and stop it or conquer it or not be as fucked up? I don't know.
You know, I think it's being happy, being around people who care about you, realizing that you have love and support, you know, making yourself walk away from toxicity. Like, you know, if somebody's shitty to you and you're in a toxic relationship and you know it and you don't leave, that's on you, you know? And when you finally just give it up to the universe and just say, like, I want better for myself, you know?
I feel like I was married to drugs.
Yeah, well.
I went through all the stages from what I loved, what I hate, what I lusted, what pissed me off, everything. That was how I felt about drugs.
Yeah, well, it totally, you have a relationship. Definitely.
Yeah, I'd name it everything.
Yep.
I'm going to call you Angel tonight.
Oh, jeez. Are you okay, baby? All right.
Yeah, you guys want to go inside and let them relax?
No, I'm cool. I want to do it. Keep going. If you have any more.
Yeah, I got one.
Let's go a couple more questions and let them
All right.
enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I'm not bugging. Like, this is what I came down here for, so don't trip. I'm all good.
All right.
I'm not tripping.
We want to know about the Autism Charm.
Okay.
Tell us all about it.
I work with a lot of charities. I have, not that I know anyone personally with autism, but it just is something that, reached out to my heart when hearing about it, with people. I'm a very sensitive person, so, children, anything with children, I'm definitely affected by. And so for my boyfriend's birthday, I got us matching ones that connect, and then there's a saying, when you connect the two. So it was really a birthday gift for him, I guess, and myself. But and that's just for one of the charities that I support.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
What else we got here? What is the most expensive gift you ever got from a dude?
A $10,000 pair of leather chrome heart pants from Tawny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you ever modeled or been shot topless or nude? Why or why not?
No, I have not. Just because I'm not an exhibitionist, like models usually are. I just never have been. So, I've done, the no top but covering, but no, I just never have.
All right. That'll save me searching on the internet later.
Well, they have sites that I've sued or whatever that were like, oh, this is her, but it's not.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is the craziest thing you've seen at an industry party or backstage at a concert?
Jeez.
You can give as many answers as you want.
God, there's so many. I walked into Dave Navarro's house, and he opened the door with a feather boa on and a shotgun, butt naked, and said that he would be right back, that he was downstairs fucking a star fucker. He'd be right back, and they were taking photos, but that he would put a video on for me in the meantime to occupy my time while waiting, while he went to go fucking take photos of this chick downstairs, and he put on a video of himself masturbating. So that was just one story in the day of my heyday. So that's good for you, right?
Yeah, that's a good one right there. Classic David.
All right.
Who's the nicest celebrity you've ever met? Who's the nicest person you know?
God, there's so many. Like Tawny Katane is super nice. Like Gilby Clark. There's a lot of people who are really super nice. Ricky Rackman. So many people are actually really nice.
That's great to know.
Yeah, they are.
You hear all the crazy stories in the dirt, but I want to hear the good news too.
Yeah, super nice. There's some, people who are really dicky are people who are verge celebs. Like they're like having momentary popularity, not like longevity, and they think they're in the moment.
Yeah.
It's like dicks like that. Like what was his fucking
Freshman
name?
on the circuit.
Yeah. Those are the ones who are usually the most arrogant and shitty and weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or seasoned ones that are just so over it that they can't even see straight.
What would you want engraved on your tombstone?
God, that's a good question. Just that, I don't know, that I loved everybody. I loved everybody, and anybody that loved me, I loved them back, and that I taught something to someone, or that I helped someone along the way somehow. You know what I mean?
That's really cool.
Thanks. I think that's good.
One more.
All right.
What would you bury in a time capsule to tell later generations what your world was like?
My book, Dirty Rocker Boys. It's perfect.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Bob.
Thank
It's been
you.
a pleasure getting
Thank
to
you
know
so
you.
much.
You're a
Thanks.
fantastic person.
Thank
and
you.
It makes me happy to see someone who's just as beautiful on the inside as they are on the outside.
Thank you very much. That's really sweet.
I hope many people look up to you, and I will be happy to share your book and tell everyone you need to read this.
Thank you.
So,
I have to give you one.
thanks,
You
everyone,
need a copy.
for, checking it out, and we'll be back with more Bobbie Brown one of these days.
Yeah, and get Dirty Rocker Boys.
Dirty Rocker Boys.
Yay!